So part two, why just take consistent advice doesn't explain your feast or farmer months. Right? So you hear it a lot. You hear it a lot. Whenever things are going slowly in terms of content, the first thing you hear is that you need to be consistent. Just be consistent. It's great. But I've come to understand that when you give people advice and you don't strengthen the depth of their revelation, the depth of their conviction, they are going to stop that advice very soon. So you tell them what they're supposed to do, right? But when you've not told them this is why you are supposed to do that, when we're not only even telling them, they must feel it. They must feel it. And that's how we will design this webinar. We're not designing things to just tell you things. You are going to feel why you need to make the change. And that feeling is going to be strong enough, numerical enough, data-like enough to cause you to carry that type of inspiration over time. Right? So let's look at it. So a coach can be entirely consistent and still experience peace and farmer months. That's unfortunately part. So what we usually see is that there is a cause and effect are separated. So whatever causes revenue to come, right? And what happens when revenue is there, there are two separate things, and you see it more practically in the next slide. So pushing harder in the farmer month and relaxing in the feast makes it worse. So in the farmer month, right, you stop posting for some time, then things are going worse, things are going bad. Now you are increasing the energy, you are increasing the posting. It may seem like a reasonable thing, right? And then what also happens is that at the same time, when things get easy, you also relax, right? Things get good, you also end up relaxing. So that particular dynamic makes everything completely worse. It makes the whole thing worse completely. So the tell that you are in this trap, how to tell that you are in this trap? So you've been consistent by most definition. So whether people call, whether it's 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, every single day you are posting, whatever they call consistency over there, you've been at it, you've been doing some stuff. Right? So it's not like you are not putting it out. But what we are seeing is that yet booking volume still swings widely month to month with no obvious pattern you can name. So you are doing the right things right. You are putting the right post. You are applying the hashtag, the SEO stuff, whatever the guru said, the imagery, perfect and everything. But I mean, it seems that there's no clear reason why things are not picking up, but you are still consistent. So the fix isn't more effort. It's a human thing. When things are not responding to us, we try to apply more force to it. But there is a way to apply force. There's a way. Wisdom is a force. Knowing the right thing to do and doing it at the right time is a force. But it's not the obvious thing for us to look at, right? We had to look at, okay, maybe there's something in my attitude towards this thing that's not right. So what you end up doing, what will be the wrong thing to do is that is measuring the actual delay between your work and its payoff. So quiet stretches stop being read as evidence and start being read as timing. So the time that you end up seeing that there's seemingly nothing going on, you don't look at it like, okay, this shows that the business is not going well. This is clear evidence. Come on, 9 weeks without orders, right? 4 weeks without orders, 3 weeks without orders. I've been putting in time, I've been putting in this and that, no cost, no booking. What's happening? So what you end up seeing is that the timing needs to be fixed. What would be the right thing to do is to actually read it as timing, right? You are putting in some layers, you are putting in some layers, you are putting in some layers. So every single day of posting, with or without results, is building towards something. All right, so how do you apply this whole assessment, this quick self-assessment? The first thing is that you want to stop, the goal is to lead you into stop reading the quiet weeks, right? Into as a verdict, right? As a proof of things not going well for you. So the first thing is that you want to pause any plan to dramatically ramp up outputs. So anything that you plan that, okay, I'm going to, maybe every week I used to post 3 times a week. I'm going to post now 12 times in a week so that the orders can come way, way faster. And that will not be the right approach. That will just not be the right approach unless you are intentionally just building a library. But if it's for the sake of just posting, you just want to increase your volume because you are not seeing the type of content, the type of engagement you're supposed to see, that will not be the right thing to do. If you've not faced that some things in the business, that mainly with your mindset towards the business. And the second thing is resist the urge to pull back either. Because some people too will hear what we are talking about and go like, "Oh, I just need to stop posting." If there's just it, I just need to stop posting. I just need to reduce my posting. So that's not what we're saying here. What we're saying here is that both reaction assume effort and results move together in real time. They don't. So if you're going to right in a very practical way, I don't usually use this, but I think I'm going to use this. Where is it? All right. So let's say this is a graph. So here you have time. I'm putting it as T, and then you have I don't know, it can be I want to put growth over here, right? A big uh G, right, over here. So posting your posting can be going like this. As time is going, right, it can be going straight. So as we're moving forward with time, you are increasing your volume. You are moving from one post to two posts to three posts to seven posts over time on your timeline, right? That's great. That's the effort you are putting in. So that's E, effort. I didn't plan to have this graph, but I just like the idea of having it as well. I'm sure it's going to help people visualize what we're talking about. So now, what we really want is not only effort, it's results. You want to see bookings increasing, you want to see revenue increasing, you want to see sales going through the roof, right? So let me show you exactly what happens when it comes to when it comes to this graph most of the time. And that's why like business at the end of the day is a mental game and also a spiritual game. The state of your spirit towards whatever you are doing, it matters. So you start going with it. So this is what the results graph looks like. So it starts like this. Are you seeing how slowly it's taking time, right? And then start going like this. That's what end up happening with your results. So for a long while, it seems like you are not seeing anything. It seems like nothing is happening. But but right? But what's actually happening is that I have a lot to say over here. There's a lot in this period when nothing is going on. The market is actually filtering out those who don't believe or those who don't deserve to be here. Those who don't have the stamina to be here. Truly, that's what happens. So by the time things start picking up, right, whatever time, whether it's 3 months, whatever it takes in your market, you observe it when you go through some of the things I will talk about. By the time that time of, I mean, those season of on and off stop, right, what end up happening is that those who stay, right, are those who some way somehow have the mental stamina and both the thinking stamina, right, the right state of spirit to actually be in that particular market or operate at a certain level in that particular market. So that's really how you want to see this. So if you know that if you why not you clearly see that results, right? This is results graph. That's what is in blue. That efforts and results don't move at the same speed. You can control the effort side, and that's fine. But the result side, the way to control it is not by putting in more effort, is by really understanding how results work and how they actually get to manifest themselves and what you are expected to be doing, right? While those things that you want to see are not showing up. All right. So that was just a quick one. I think Claire, beautiful. So let's continue. So the third thing you want to do in this particular assessment is that you want to hold your current baseline steady for now. So whatever you say you are doing, whatever you say you are going to do every week or every month, you want to keep of it until you measure your actual lag in part four, which is the next part of this webinar. You are going to treat the quest stretch as unread data. So don't interpret the data. If you don't do what we were saying in part four, don't be so quick to say, oh, this is my lag. Oh, this is the time I need to be pushing through. Just leave it as data that is not readable, right? Just for your own sake. All right, so webinar. So you already know the phase and farmer isn't random. So let's map it out with you. So we're offering to you a free 15 minutes discovery call to go through this entire process, and we'll be glad to hear about your business personally and see how best we can help you. Of course, behind the free, there is a premium offer as well. I don't need to tell you that as a coach. You already know. All right. And then in the next webinar, or webinar number 6, we look at why does staying visible feel like a second full-time job you never sign up for, right? I think there are some coaches watching this that would love to hear it. So next, we tackle what happens when staying visible enough to keep the pipeline full, start costing more than the business is meant to support. And that's a stark reality for many coaches as well. So thank you once again for staying with me to the end of this webinar. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.